know this was really weird, and it was really hard, but I think we're making progress. So I'm really sorry that I have to go, but let's keep at this.
In the final season of The Office, we witnessed a major shift in Jim and Pam's marriage. Faced with the possibility of their split, we as the viewer experience anxiety alongside with them. And that's because it felt like their relationship belonged to us. We were there from the beginning, witnessing every flirtation, heartache, and finally the triumph of their coming together. We saw ourselves in them, and their relationship represented our idea of true love. So when their relationship rapidly deteriorated, it felt inconsistent with the characters that we knew so well. So why did Jim and Pam's relationship shift so drastically and come to the brink of separation? Well, it comes down to mistakes. After 5 years of a picture-perfect relationship, Jim and Pam started making some monumental mistakes. They stopped pushing each other out of their comfort zones so they could grow and find ongoing satisfaction. They made little effort to understand each other and discuss their differences, instead jumping to conclusions, fights, and most drastically, silence. They started punishing each other for mistakes, finding no room in any argument for forgiveness. And they started to keep score of every favor as well as every slight. So their relationship became more of an accounting chore than a blessing, seesawing between them feeling trampled on or indebted to the other. At the point that their relationship was most fragile, they started to let other people into their marriage, whether by taunting each other, fighting publicly, or looking out of the relationship for emotional support. Now, all of this was a far cry from the Jim and Pam we've always known. The two people who were each other's ardent cheerleaders, wisest counselors, and reliable safety nets. But somehow, the two of them had forgotten who they were. After a few years of building a perfect household, Jim and Pam had reached a cul-de-sac, with no changes or opportunities for growth on the horizon. While Pam was content with this future, Jim was starting to feel trapped. With all growth opportunities at his current job exhausted, he rebelled. Anxious to maintain her perfect universe, Pam rejected any possibility of change, though a little coyly at first, and the two found themselves on complete opposite spectrums, as well as at a crossroads. Either their differences were going to take them down separate paths, or one of them would have to cave. And that's exactly what Jim did. Faced with the possibility of losing his love, he chose to lose his career instead. He returned to Pam and Scranton in full force, bringing no resentment, no rear view, and no scorecard. By giving Pam what she thought she wanted, Pam felt ready to give Jim what he needed: room to grow. So why does all of this matter? Why does the fracturing of a fictional relationship resonate so deeply with the fan base? Fictional or not, Jim and Pam represent an ideal, an expectation. Just like art emulates life, there are times that we work to have our lives emulate art. And like any good art, this one inspires us for a better connection, a deeper love. And watching a great love fall apart is as good as any great tragedy. In Jim and Pam's case, they inched closer and closer to the brink, but somehow saved themselves by saving each other. The two finally remembered who they were. They were goddamn Jim and Pam, for God's sake. And everything they were came rushing back, encouraging each other to continuously evolve and grow, recognizing the other's deep desires even if they're unsaid. defaulting to understanding, patience, and forgiveness instead of anger and punishment. And this is the truth of any marriage. No matter how strong it is, it will be tested, and it will ebb and flow as a result of that test. And the members of this exclusive club will sometimes forget who they are, and more importantly, who they promise to be together. I love that in the end, it's the reminder of their wedding day and the advice from the community that shakes them out of their anger and hurt. Because we try to start everything with the best of us, but it fades and disappears, sometimes completely out of our view. But we have to fight to bring it back, because that's what a good marriage is. It is a constant fight, a constant battle, to preserve all the best parts of it, and to never let it slip away.